Hey guys, welcome to the Wildlife Overdose TV podcast. Today we're going to kind of talk about what all started the Wildlife Overdose TV show. Rusty and Ashley got that started, and we're going to kind of go talk about where it started and where it's at now and what our future plans are, and just kind of introduce ourselves and get you used to who we are. And we've got plenty of ideas to run through and come up with a bunch of new podcasts, and just we want to be personal with everybody, and you get to know us kind of on our own little level.
Yeah. We started the show. We actually started out in the industry about 5 years ago. We were both working jobs, and I knew a gentleman that owned a TV show, and he just got on Pursuit and just different things, and so we became a part of that. And quickly we found it wasn't a fit for us. It wasn't what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do things, and so we left there and we went to another show that he has multiple shows, and he'd started a program for new hunters to become a part of it and have their own shows. And it was just a real big struggle trying to get your fit and your slot into Pursuit Channel and just different things. And at that time, Landon was our vice president, and before we had some other people come on, and him and Ashley come up with this idea to go out on our own. And I thought they were crazy because, here we already got sponsors and just different things, and we're part of something. So it was a little scary going out on your own. And when we decided to go ahead and try it, I think we started out on local Springfield, Missouri TV channel. It was pretty rough. We fighting with just different computers and sound and just different things like that. And we contacted some of the sponsors that we'd been with on the very first show we had started with, and they went with us. And the whole idea that we had was, I just wanted a normal, everyday hunters doing what they loved, just being out in the outdoors, whatever it may be, whatever's legal, however legal, and just be themselves. I grew up watching, a lot of great hunting shows and big names and things, and I kind of felt the sense of killing the 180, 200-inch deer every year, and different things like that, and traveling all over the United States, and doing grand slams to just different things like that, so it kind of discouraged me a little. And I've been hunting all my life. I'm 50 years old now, and so I was wondering how it made young people or new hunters coming in, how they felt. Whether it's a 100-inch deer or a Jake turkey or whatever you're hunting. I always resort back to Ted Nugent's famous saying, "What God given, what audacity does one man have to say to another of what he takes?"
Yeah, exactly.
So we wanted just to be happy with what you shot, and if you're happy with the team members, and we've stressed that to everybody, is shoot what makes you happy. You bought the tag, you worked for it, you paid for it, your equipment and all that, and it's the same as a young child or something like that getting into the world. Him or her shooting her first doe is the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Which should be like that with every animal taken, because God blessed us to do what we're able to do, and so how can somebody put your animal down or tell you what you should or should not shoot? And everybody can have their individual goals. If you want to shoot a mature deer, or if you want to shoot because you're feeding your family, or whatever you want to do, whatever your reasoning. And that's how we got started with our show, where we wanted to be. And the industry is so rough. You got to have sponsors to pay for different things, to help you along the way, provide you equipment, or whatever you need them to do. That takes the burden off of you, because we're all working working individuals, we got a family and everything else to support. So sponsors, I didn't want to just take on something because they're giving us free stuff. That's not what it's about. The way I look at it, the products that we're taking on is we've got to use these and check them out, make sure we like them and we have results before we can tell anybody else about the products.
And that's part of our goal with this podcast is to review each sponsor's products, to talk about their products, and tell you, hey, this is what it is.
Yeah. And just like products, I'm not saying one product is better than the other.
Just this is what we use.
This is what we use, and we have results, and save people money, save people money, and that's where we want to be at with this. But we want to believe in the product ourselves because there's companies out there that will throw you anything that you'd want. And it's not going to be, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah. And you may not be successful with it.
And the products, so, starting out on a TV show, it's pretty hard for somebody to write you a big fat check and say, have a ball and send you a bunch of stuff. So the products that we do get from companies, they are a form of payment to each one of us that's doing our
and it comes down to the small business world of we scratch your back and they scratch ours, and it's how it all works.
It takes a lot of time, and that's just on the hunting side of things. Wildlife Overdose is partnered with Wild Outdoors Production, so fortunately we have the production company on our side to where we can do certain things, and it saves us money. It's a lot of time. We've got 6 guys, plus taking kids or wives and other family members hunting and fishing and stuff, and so we slam the production part of it with a bunch of SD cards and overwhelm them. But you've got to have that to produce the show.
Yeah. And self-filming's not easy, so there's plenty of bad video. There's plenty of stuff to edit through, and we all have our good days and our bad days. And before you get into wanting to start a hunting show or be a part of a hunting show, pick you up a camera and take a film class. We've got a film class through the production company that's offered that we've kind of all taken to learn the ins and outs and kind of get to know your equipment before you even think you're going to go out there and film you killing a deer and be able to have a TV quality.
Like Tacticam cameras help you a lot. They've been good to us.
And they're great even if you don't want to film it for production. If you want to film it just to be able to look back on, or it's great for like when my kids hunt. I love to have the Tacticam catch the shot so that I can look back and be like, okay, I know where they hit. Let's go look for this deer, or let's give it another hour.
We've done that a lot with Tacticam on the animal. Whether it be on the weapon or outside the blind, you use a remote, you can have one on you. And, the production company's actually been contacted a few times about someone's just personal hunt. They want to put this hunt together to save it, for years to come and different things like that. And we're glad to help them. But, the biggest lesson we learned in videoing is the Amazon 4K 5 cameras do not work. They're grainy. The zoom is awful. We went through so many cameras, DSLRs. Some people like them, some people hate them. I don't like them because of the shutter noise when you turn it on and off, and you got to do a lot of focusing and things like that. We use a Canon XA20 series, the 30s or 40s.
They work great.
Great, simple, great zoom, low light.
The low light is exceptional in it. That was one of the biggest problems with the cheaper Amazon cameras is you'd still have an hour worth of hunting time and you was out of light on camera light.
So your cameras, you got to have a program to produce your show, and sponsors has commercials that they can give you and different things like that. That's part of the contract of paying and products and for the work you're going to do for the whole year. And then the platforms, today's industry, streaming, Facebook, TV, different things like that is a big deal. I wanted to be, Pursuit and Outdoor Channel and things like that, and they're great. They're very costly to be on that.
But you've got to produce film quality that they are happy with, And
we had a lot of rules when we was doing the Pursuit deal that a lot. We started, we landed where we are today, Hunt Channel. It's a streaming app. We have a live time every day, 6 days a week, and then you can watch it on demand. So, and then we put some stuff on YouTube for different people that don't do the streaming, and I'd like to up that game a little bit on the YouTube, putting some more on there and doing different things like that.
And that's kind of another step that this is going, is to just put more stuff on YouTube and to be more personal with you guys. And we're going to put all these podcast episodes on there, and all the episodes that we have ready and produced are on YouTube. You can watch us on our YouTube channel or on Hunt Channel.
The only issue I've seen with YouTube, you can get lost. And that's what some sponsors have talked to us about, that there's so many, you grab a camera and have a YouTube channel fairly easy. And there's a lot of, you got to get viewers, and that's pretty tough.
And
get
YouTube
lost.
can, block a video or whatever just because blood was shown or something that they weren't happy with. So YouTube's great, but it can also hinder you quickly too.
And then you've got to have social media accounts. Again, I'm not very computer, social media savvy, so your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok will take stuff down on you. You got to get followers and different things, and you got to post regularly, and some flashy posts and different things like that, and a lot of engagements. And so it takes a lot of time, a lot of money. It's rewarding, and I've always had a saying that when the fun stops, I stop. But even just if you want to film your hunts, I got a little bored with rifle hunting for a few years, and kind of took a break from it, and I wasn't able to bow hunt anymore. So I picked up a crossbow and started using it, and I got excited and stuff. And then when we added a camera, and getting everything you needed.
It changes everything.
A doe will give me the shakes.
My first video that was actually in production, I had to work 2 seasons to get one, and it was a doe kill, and I was ecstatic to finally have one that worked out.
And that's the thing with everybody new. We tell them up front, your first year, at least your first year and a half, you just will scrap every video you make
unless you just get lucky on good.
Just get lucky.
Yeah.
I'm now at almost 5 years, or right at 5 years, and this spring turkey season I made a mistake, and I didn't get it on film. I got it on my Tacticam, but there again I didn't have it, the Tacticam, where the right area I needed.
A 3.5 inch shell, it's hard to hold it on.
And
hold it still when you pull the trigger. So
it's just things like that. You just learn from your mistakes, and don't get frustrated with it. It gives you kind of a drive to
learn
to do better and stuff like that. But one of the TV show and filming and that as a whole is the excitement to be able to have these memories for your kids and grandkids, and to be able to take other kids hunting and have it on film, and then be able to see it on TV. I really want a new person, child or young person or adult, they're getting into the hunting world, and they're watching our show, and they kill a deer bigger than I do, or a turkey bigger than I do, or whatever, any of our team members and they do that, and that's what we want.
Yep.
I want to do what's reality, and stick with that. And
reality and family based, just where we're all one big family. And you mentioned a while ago that we have 6 members. I'm the newest member of the hunting show. I've been going at it. This July will be my 2nd year. We've got Daniel, who's just a month or 2 more seasoned than me. And then we have Ronnie and Kirby and you
and Jackie.
And Jackie does our bow fishing trips with us and everything. And we've got a good crew. We all work together. We all pick on our production manager as much as we can, and we just cut up and have fun. And that's what, if you're going to do something like this, you've got to do something where you're a big family and you're not at each other's throats. You're not just bickering and trying to throw stuff together that's not going to work.
Our songwriter, Ben McDivitt, he's in West Virginia. He's a coal miner. He's a hardworking guy. When he built our song, he wrote that song, our intro song, for us specifically, and it was about deer camp. And deer camp can be, the old days of sitting in the woods or camping in the woods, or it can be just the camaraderie what we have,
Without the camaraderie,
you've got a deer camp, whether you're in the woods or camping or somewhere. It's not really. It's a mixture of everything. But if whoever wants to get into the filming industry and the hunting world and fishing world and stuff, the biggest thing, that's just the biggest advice I can give them, is get you a good camera. The Canons are, $600, $800 or $1,000, or a good GoPro. You're gonna have to do some dummying down on the from 4K to 1080p, and then just have fun. Go out and mess with it. Film you doing your food plots or putting up your tree stands or whatever. Just get that filming and being used to being on a camera.
Even sit there and set it up while you're target practicing with your bow and talk to it, and just get used to that camera being there and in your bubble. It's hard to sit there and figure out what to say to a camera, especially when you're excited or And that's the raw reaction you want. Of that child or you shaking in the blind or a tree stand. Your words are stumbling. You don't know what your adrenaline just went so high, and now you're trying to bring it back down to be able to even function. Yeah,
that's what the hunting is about, and being in the outdoors. But we thank God for what we've got, and hopefully He continues to bless us, and we're able to educate people and give them discounts and advice, and so they can learn from the mistakes we've made. And they're going to still make mistakes. But if we could help them anyway along the line, that's part of our blessing too, for us to help some other people and do things like that.
Yeah. Well, here it is already the first couple days of May, and our turkey season's done come and went. We're the last day is Sunday. I can't believe 4 weeks went by, but with that being said, that means we're all gearing up and getting ready for deer season. We're going to be I think Daniel's done got a food plot put in this year.
I planted one last
Rusty,
night.
Yep, done one. I've got some clearing and stuff to do and put in a new plot, but
we'll talk about that
we're excited for deer season. What else are we? I think you're going on a bear hunt this year.
September we're going to Maine for bear. We've got our annual bow fishing trips.
Yep. I'm ready.
You guys with Sho Me Baits. Lee's the owner of Sho Me Baits.
Yep.
You'll be doing some crappie fishing and bass and different things like that. You and Ashley's got a deal in Lake Ozark coming up.
In the end of September, we're going to do a podcast up there with some guys I met down in Mississippi a couple years ago, and it's a big riders camp, and it's going to be something new for us, and it'll be awesome. And then we're just constantly trying to add stuff. I know Ronnie will be going out west again this year, so we've got a lot of stuff.
We've got a lot of topics to talk about, and if people wants to comment or message us different topics to talk about. We've got our conservation agent from Missouri. He's gonna try to do something with us, and some question and answer and some clarification stuff, and just some opinions and stuff.
We'll add some guest speakers throughout the podcasts, and guys, we appreciate you coming along with us and starting this new journey. This week I'm going to sponsor the podcast. I've got a 216-piece crappie kit here that I'm going to give away to somebody who comments on our podcast and they share it. And we'll pick a winner off of there, and we'll get your information and send it to you. You can find all of our sponsors' information and discount codes on our website. And you follow us on Facebook and Instagram and just see what all's coming. Hang out with us next time, and we appreciate your interest in Wildlife Overdose. And until next time, we'll see you later.